Yep, Ironheart. Um, I don't know, man. I can't even fathom or even muster up a energy for this kind of review. I know I would normally be doing like my intro and all that, but it's just there's no real point to it. It's Ironheart is not a show that's even worthy of rage bait. Like there are moments in the show that are completely stupid, but like it's not even like good quality rage bait like stuff like say She-Hulk was, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where there was a lot of stuff that they did that was really like, okay, yeah, I could totally see this is worth raising a fuss over. But this is like, there's nothing there, even as a content perspective, like to make content out of it, at least for me. Other people can do it, and, more power to them. For me, there's not a whole lot to really even work with here. Like, the character Riri, like, she's just as everyone expected. She's a selfish asshole who is constantly bashing Tony Stark and thinking that the world owes her everything. She's constantly stealing from other people. She's constantly screwing over other people. Does not really care about who gets hurt along the way. Basically wants the world on a silver platter and everyone to kiss her ass for it. And all her motivations are very villainous. Like, she only wants to make the suit because she wants to be iconic and noticed. And even when later they try to like say, oh, she wants to make a suit to stop people from getting hurt, that's not the case. The majority of the entire run, she's been doing nothing but try to get her suit that she stole in this one, and working with known criminals, and it's there's nothing there, man. It's just like, it's boring, it's played out, and it's outdated, even in the terms of the virtue signaling bullshit, which explains a lot because this has been on the shelf for at least a good 3 years, and I could tell that they clearly cut some stuff out of here, so I'd imagine it was probably more vicious in their original, cut, Riri's is not a good character. She never was to begin with. Like, if you were gonna try to make her likable, you would have to revamp her entire backstory, and while they try to do that, the problem is she does not fit. She does not work. The antagonist, like the Hood, is not even a good antagonist. It's not even a good version of the Hood, a character I actually like in the comic books. This is just your standard typical bastardization. They even drag in Ezekiel Stane, the son of Obadiah Stane, the Ironmonger, the first supervillain in the MCU, a character very popular in the Iron Man comics, but had no connection to Riri at all, but they were like, fuck it, let's throw him in, and there's just nothing there. There's just nothing there. Like, there might have been slivers of something that could have been interesting for other stories, if they were handled elsewhere by better people, There's a scene that I like, probably the only scene I like. It's where Hood and Ezekiel are walking down to a mansion and they're fighting a bunch of, guards. And I think the thing I liked about it was, at this point, Ezekiel, he's modified himself with, cyborg parts and stuff, and he's got all these, cyberpunk, implant, markers all over his face and stuff, and the Hood is wearing, his hood and whatnot, and it actually looks like a proper, it looks like a cool superhero thing that I would have liked to have seen in a different show, in a different product, that was handled by better people that know what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, there's just nothing there. There's nothing. The characters are not likable. The show expects you to have, like, a lobotomy before you watch this because none of the stuff makes a whole lot of sense. And it ends with the dumbest thing ever that makes you wonder, like, how did you think that this was supposed to make people like this character? Because she literally makes a deal with Satan. Marvel Satan. They actually bring in Mephisto at the very end, and he makes a deal with Riri, and she takes it. Like, it's not even like he puts a gun to her head or, like, holds her family hostage or anything. He just goes, hey, I could give you a deal. And she's like, okay. And it's just like, no hesitation, no nothing. It's like, and that's how it ends. And it just makes me wonder, like, what was the idea with this? Like, you were trying, like, you want this character to be liked, right? You want this character to have some sort of, appeal, like a fan base. But I don't see how anyone could really look at this and go, yeah, I like this. And for the 10 Ironheart fans that actually read her comics, I don't know what you're getting out of this either. Because I feel like this isn't even accurate to the source material, as shit as the source material is, in my opinion. Like, what are you even getting out of this? I don't know. And it's just, there's nothing there, man. Like, this is one of those shows where it's like, there's nothing even there for a content creation purpose. Like, I did this just purely out of my own content creation purposes, and I got nothing out of this. I feel like I wasted my time even doing this, but I'm doing it just for the game, you know? I'm doing it for the game and, getting all that stuff together crap. But this is just, it's not even worth your time discussing it. I mean, who cares? Nobody's gonna remember this in the next week because they dropped this and dropped 3 episodes over 2 weeks, So, and this was a 6 episode season. So, no one's gonna even care about this, and I could just try to babble on, but I just be repeating myself over and over again, and I'm not doing, like, another 15 minutes of that. So, yeah, that's all I can say. Ironheart, not worth it even for content purposes. Also, if you want to leave suggestions for something in the superhero realm that actually would be interesting or better to talk about, leave it down in the comment section below. I like to read the comments. With that being said, thank you all for coming along and listening to me babble and stuff. Yeah, whatever. Goodbye.